China, thank you so much for letting me know about your wedding and congratulations. I know you guys don't normally come out my way, but it was nice to see the both of you.
This has nothing to do with you though, Leia. I may be your daughter-in-law, but that does not give you the right to think that you need to be there for my wedding. We only came out because Jacob wanted to grab some things and just happened to let you know about the wedding.
You don't have to be so distant with me anymore. I understand that you may feel that you can't be open with me, but I'm telling you that I won't bite. And by this point, it's been a year now since you married Jacob, right? So, I'm just saying that I'm happy that you two are finally going to have a wedding. And that it'd be nice if you and I could be closer. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to your guys' wedding.
Hey, I'm not giving this wedding for you, Leah. I know that you're all happy about coming, but that doesn't mean we all are.
I know that, China. I'm telling you that I'm happy for the both of you and look forward to seeing those smiles on your faces. And of course, seeing your guys' faces will make me happy as well.
Is that so? Then is that all you wanted to say to me now? You don't have to talk to me if it's to tell me something like that. Tell your son that, and that should be enough for you, right?
This is what I mean by you acting so distant with me. You don't have to keep being all negative about me, just wanting to tell you a simple message. I wanted to make sure you knew how happy I am for you two is all. Telling you that shouldn't be a problem, right?
Well, if that's all you have to say, then I guess. But that should mean we could stop talking now, right? I'm busy right now getting ready for the event. I still need to make a bunch of phone calls, as well as head to the wedding hall to prepare.
1 second. I have one other important thing that I'd like to talk with you about. So just give me a bit more of your time.
Come on, what else? Didn't I just tell you that I'm busy making sure the wedding is planned out? I don't have all day for you, so make this very quick.
I was wondering about how you acted today when you stopped by my house earlier. It seemed that you weren't all too happy about something. And when I say that, I mean it felt as though you're holding something against me.
How I acted? This is just how I normally am, so it kind of hurts hearing you say that about me.
You haven't always acted like that, right? I know for a fact that you only act that way when you're around me, right? When you're with Jacob, you're a lot more polite, I'm sure. Because if you acted like that with him too, I don't think a relationship could have worked out between you both.
Well, I'm his wife. I'd never act the way I do with you in front of him.
And there must be some reason behind you acting that way, right? If you don't want him to get upset with you over the way you act with me, then you should perhaps just open up a little. You can tell me anything, and I'll make sure not to take it personally.
When I'm around you? No, I don't think I will open up. Listen, I don't like being around you, and so I'm not going to change the way I act. And I know that you're a single mother, and on top of that, you're poor, so I have to be rude to you. I mean, I can't let myself be nice to you, or you might start to think your situation as a mother is okay.
Well, now, I can see that you do think it's okay to look down on me. At least that clears things up a little. Well, if that's really the way you feel about me, then I'm not going to force you to change that attitude. I do think it's a bit odd that that's the reason you're upset around me, but I'm not going to try and change your views of me. But when it comes to the wedding, can you at least be a little bit more friendly with me?
Only during the wedding? Why should I be more friendly with you then?
Well, because your parents will also be at the wedding, right? And Jacob's co-workers and bosses will be there as well. If you keep acting the way you have with me there, then it may create a bad image of us. And things might not turn out the way you'd like them to if everyone is concerned about you.
So you're asking me to be nice to save your own pride? I never thought you had any pride to begin with, so it should have been alright for me to be rude to you.
I don't want people thinking that you're willing to disrespect your mother-in-law on your special day is all. And when it comes to Jacob, I don't think he'd like having the two of us at odds during the wedding, right? If you make yourself look bad by acting out against me, then you may only make things worse for your relationship.
Yeah, I don't want to be giving everyone the wrong idea, right? Although I'm sure when the other people in my family get to know you more, they'll think the same way I do about you.
What? I am fine with you hating me for whatever reasons you may have, but at least during the wedding can you play nice? That's fine, right? It's not asking much for me to ask you to just act as though there's nothing between us for a few hours, right?
All right, understood. I'll try my best to not be rude to you. And don't start talking back to me if I slip up once or twice. After all, you're asking me a lot more than you should be with the status you have.
I'm really asking you to do this one thing for everyone. Not just me. Hopefully knowing that will help you make the right decisions. China, do you think that you can come to the waiting room that I'm in? I want to talk with you about what just happened.
No, thank you. I'm in the middle of getting my makeup done. And by the time that's over, I'll have to be ready for the wedding to start.
Well, I don't mind if you come after that as long as we have a chance to talk. Just a little time will do, so can you be here soon?
I don't want to, so it's not happening. And by the way, it's not normal of you to ask to talk with the bride right before the wedding is about to begin. Everyone knows that this is the most busy time for the bride, and she has a lot on her mind that doesn't involve you. So stop trying.
That's right, and to be honest, I don't want to have to talk with you either right now about what happened. After all, today's supposed to be Jacob's and your big day. But you did do something that was not okay.
Well, if you understand that, then you should stop trying with me. It's like you're trying to start something for no good reason. If I did something that you didn't like, then maybe you should keep it to yourself until after the wedding.
Well, I want to talk with you about how you just acted with me. But it wasn't just me that you acted that way towards. You also acted rude towards Jacob's mentor. Do you not know what you've done to him?
Jacob's mentor? Are you talking about that old man that was standing next to you a bit ago? That guy isn't even family or close friends to me, so he shouldn't even be here. That's why I was so surprised to see him here in the first place.
That man is a very busy man with all his work, yet he made time to be here for Jacob. He told me that he just wanted to stop by to at least see Jacob during his very special day, and had been planning on getting to know you a little. Yet out of nowhere, you came along and said some rude things. If you were not married to Jacob, then that would have not been okay for you. I'm sure things have made things awkward for his mentor now, and I can't seem to find him anywhere to talk with about you.
Did I say something that happened to upset you and that old geezer? I don't remember a thing I said.
You sure did. You said to him that he resembled me, as someone who was nothing more than a moneyless single parent living in poverty. And then you told me he should marry me since we're both poor. Even if that was just meant to be a joke, it was not appropriate to say.
Well, he came during a time like this that is only meant for people that know one of the two that are getting married. And he looked too old to be associated with Jacob, so I just assumed you both were dating or something. And I assumed by the way he looked, he'd be a perfect match for a single mother like you. Wasn't it kind of me to try and get you another husband so that you wouldn't be as lonely anymore?
Do not say things like that about him. That man already has a wife of his own, and they've been living together for 35 years now. And you have never seen him before, so what you said was very rude. Did you forget about what I had asked from you a few days ago?
I remember you saying something about me. What was that? Something about how you always annoy me or something? I guess I don't remember it though, so it must not have been that important. Sorry.
I asked you to at least act nice towards me during the wedding today. But by the way you're acting, you're going to make things very difficult for Jacob. You don't want everyone to start thinking that you don't care about everyone here today, and that you don't have any manners, right? So please, stop acting so childish towards everyone and behave yourself.
All right, my bad. Are you happy now?
I'm telling you that your attitude right there is not okay today. Talking to you through our phones doesn't seem to be getting the message across. You're fine for time, so come over here and let me have a word with you. If you can't seem to find any time, I'll come over there and we can talk.
No thanks. Seriously, stop trying with me today, okay? Why do I have to be the one to act nice towards you when this is my wedding to begin with? I don't need you nagging me constantly about how upset you are.
Well, if you could just act like an adult, we wouldn't have to worry about each other anymore, right? I'm not going to let you act that way towards me anymore today, so please come and see me. I'll even let Jacob know that I'm asking for you to come see me.
Alright then. It's not like the wedding is going to start soon anyway. And I was planning to come see you soon here as well. I'll let Jacob know and then I'll be over there to talk with you face to face.
Thank you, China.
Leah, the wedding's going to start soon. I can't find you anywhere. Where did you run off to?
Don't you dare act like you don't know what's going on. You're the one that had kicked me out of there, right?
What? Did I really do that? I just asked that anyone who is worthless go home. I never said anything about having you thrown out of there, Leah.
You had no right saying that to me. You came into that room with me and spilled coffee all over my dress. And at that point, there was nothing else I could do for myself.
No, that was your fault for that one. I had asked that you not to worry about the wedding, but then you came here and started mouthing off to me even more. And having to listen to an old hag run her mouth really pissed me off.
And after all those warnings I gave you, you still couldn't manage to see that this is due to your bad attitude, right?
But that right there is really annoying. I didn't ask for you to start talking to me like that about the way I like to act. Also, when I asked that everyone worthless leave, the security must have thought you were pretty meaningless at my wedding. See, it's not just me that knows how awful of an in-law you are.
Is that so? Well, I can see that I'm not going to get to you. I'm tired of trying to get you to act like a proper adult. Go ahead and act however you'd like.
Sucks that you won't be able to take part in your special son's wedding today. I can see by how easily you've given up that this was a huge blow to your pride, right?
I'm sure it was a huge blow. I should have handled you before this happened. I should have let Jacob know all about what you had done.
Well now, you don't have to worry about that now. I'll make sure to send you some pictures of the wedding later. And that should get you to shut up.
What pictures?
I just told you pictures of the wedding, you idiot. You can't be telling me that Alzheimer's has caught up to you this early.
China, you're still the bride today. You still can't see what's happening? The wedding has been canceled, right? So there's going to be no photos of your wedding today.
Huh? What are you talking about, Leah? I'm tired of such boring jokes.
This is no joke and everything is very much reality. Maybe you could go ask Jacob or even ask your own parents to confirm.
I'm not going to fall for some blatant lie like that. It's just about time for the wedding to start now, okay? There's no way the wedding could get canceled right now.
Well, I know that you've always thought about things from your own point of view. Go ahead and keep thinking that there will be a wedding today. I don't care.
I can tell that all of this is killing you right now, and that's why you're trying to scare me with that bullcrap. I'm sure you don't want to be the only person today that's miserable. You've already been thrown out because of what you did, so you can stop all the lying. All you're doing is making me hate you more and more. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. And my parents are coming my way now, so I can't sit around and waste my time with you anymore.
Is that so? Thank goodness. I've gotten tired of having to listen to you talk about everything being my fault. I'll let your parents handle the rest for me.
Fine. I'll let you think that everything will go wrong for me. Now, I have a fun day ahead of me to attend to. You can go home or something and wait there all by yourself. When the wedding's done, I'll let you know. Wait, the wedding is actually being canceled right now. And worse is that both Jacob and my parents are furious with me. What the hell were you thinking lying to them about me?
What the hell were you thinking, spilling coffee on your mother-in-law and then having her kicked out of your wedding?
Huh? You just ruined my wedding and think you get to blame me for that? Everything is ruined now because of you coming today.
But from the beginning, the whole reason this happened is because of you, right? There's no reason you should be trying to blame anyone else for the way you acted. And I never lied to any of them about you.
What the hell do you mean? If it wasn't you that started talking crap about me, then why does everyone know what happened?
I'm sure that other people wondered where I went, and so they started looking for me. And I'm sure that someone saw that I was covered in coffee and on my way out of the building. Actually, one person did ask me where I was going, and I told them what had happened before the door closed on me.
So you did start lying to someone about this.
Lying about what? I had coffee spilled all over my head and back by you, and my dress and hair were proof of that. There's no way you were going to hide all that you'd done to me from everyone there.
When that happens, you should be dead inside and let things be. I just covered you in coffee and ruined your dress, so you should have known you'd been defeated and that there was nothing else you could do. You knew that this was your son's wedding, right? Why would you do something to ruin that for him? You're a terrible mother.
Well then, what was the point of spilling coffee on me? If you didn't want to make a scene, you should have just came and spoke to me like an adult. I told you that all you had to do was act kind to everyone today, but you couldn't help yourself. Anyway, the person that saw me on the way out and asked what had happened was your mom. So I had no choice but to tell the truth. And why did you think I'd never talk about something like this?
I'm the one that's pissed now. Yeah, you keep trying to talk to me like I'm in the wrong. Who do you even think you are? You're just some old hag living in poverty, while I actually have money and am saving your son from living in the shadows like you.
You're asking me who I think I am? I think that I'm your mother-in-law. Actually, I know I am. And that's why I was being kind and caring for you by warning you to not act out of line today. If you would have just stayed quiet today and acted like someone who was happy to be married, then you would have never had to see your wedding fall apart.
So what? Did you think I'd be thankful for telling me to be kind? After all you did to me?
I don't want you to be thankful, rather I just wanted you to heed my warnings. And I wasn't even asking you to be careful about anything so far out of line.
Well, if you only wanted that, then next time maybe keep your mouth quiet. Who do you think is to blame for all of this? Take responsibility for it right now.
To make sure something like this would never happen, I tried my best to warn you. And yet you were the one that ignored me, right? I guess I should have tried harder to make sure that you could act like an adult before all of this, because you obviously don't know how to yourself. But even with that thought in my head, I will not be responsible for what you did.
Stop screwing around. I just lost the most important moment of my life. And now they're saying that I'll have to pay for the whole thing. And the next wedding isn't going to be free either, Leah.
And who will that next wedding be with?
With Jacob, of course. But because of this, we're not going to let you come.
Have you not heard anything from him yet? He already told me that he's going to be divorcing you.
What? Divorcing me?
I had been trying so hard to stop that from happening for a while now. But since he thinks this is the right choice, I won't tell him otherwise.
Wait, hold on a minute. Why does he want to get a divorce at a time like this?
If you took a second to think about what you've done, you'd understand why. Aren't your parents really upset with you now as well? And they told you that you'd have to pay for the whole wedding yourself, right?
I didn't think they were being serious, though. How much will that all cost me? I don't have enough to pay for all of this.
Well, in the divorce, you'll also have to split properties, right? Maybe you can get some money in that, depending on what the lawyer thinks.
I'm not even saying that I'm okay with being divorced. So there's no way he can just do it without my permission. Do something to stop all of this.
I had tried to do something to stop this earlier as your mother-in-law. But you looked down on me and never once listened to a word I said about being a bit less rude to me. So there's nothing else I'm going to do for you now. It'll all fall on deaf ears anyways.
But you should be trying to do something as my in-law. Your daughter-in-law is in trouble, so you have to help me.
You think that, but take a look at your own parents. They have no plans of helping you, so why would I when I'm not even related to you by blood?
They aren't going to help me? What do you mean?
They're planning on cutting ties with you. They told me that you're not welcome back to their house after the divorce.
You're kidding, right? Then what should I do now?
Why don't you think about that yourself? Before you have to ask a single mother anything, let's see what you can do on your own. If you cannot figure anything out, then that means you're worse than me, right? After that, Jacob and China became divorced. It was a rough road getting there, but after China's parents forced her to go meet with Jacob's lawyer and talk about all the details, there was nowhere left for her to run. She had tried to plead that this was all due to me bullying her, but Jacob could see through her lies and made it clear that he no longer loved her, and that is what made her realize she had lost. But even though she was no longer married to Jacob, she still had a long and terrible road ahead of her. As her parents had said before, the whole wedding and the cancellation fees had to be paid by her and only by her. And luckily for her, she was able to get enough from Jacob in the divorce due to the splitting of their properties and money, and could pay it all off without having to take out any sort of borrowed money. But because she spent every last penny she had on that wedding, she no longer had enough to pay for herself to live. She had always been a housewife for Jacob while he worked, and so she never had any money of her own to begin with. And on top of being moneyless, she also had no home to go back to, and so she was really in between a rock and a hard place. I may no longer be her mother-in-law, but after seeing how far she's fallen after disregarding my warnings to her, I only hope that she'll find a way to grow up and squeeze her way out of this very narrow hole that she's found herself in.
Hey, Spencer, I bet your pleased work's over. Will you be coming straight home?
Rose, listen, babe, I'm real sorry.
What's wrong? Did they give you overtime again?
And my coworker Katie called in saying her kid was sick today. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get away anytime soon.
Katie? She was the one with the little boy, right?
Yeah, that's her. Apparently her son has a fever and won't stop coughing. There's a good chance she has whatever it is too. The last thing we need in our hands is another pandemic. I never want to hear the word lockdown again. Long story short, she took the day off.
Oh, I see. I can't say I'm not disappointed with that being Christmas week and all. I know you work in a care home, but I thought you said your hours would be going down around this time. I prepared a huge dinner for us.
I'm so sorry, babe. They were supposed to be reducing our hours, but it's so much unexpected crap pop up over the last few days you wouldn't believe. I'll tell you what, I'll definitely get off early tomorrow. I wouldn't miss Christmas Day with you for the world.
Really? But how do you know you'll be able to? Won't Katie still be off?
Well, there's a will, there's a way. Leave it with me.
I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you, sweetie. I've been working hard on my end too, you know. Something tells me this Christmas year's dinner will blow your mind. Get excited.
Cool, I can't wait.
You have been really busy lately, though. What exactly is it? Is everything okay?
Oh, you know, just some things here and there. Anyway, aren't you going to be pretty busy yourself? I remember you saying things pick up for you at work around New Year.
Sure, but I've been carefully planning out my schedule since last month to make sure we still have plenty of us time. This is going to be our first New Year together since getting married, after all. It'd be a crime not to enjoy it to the fullest, and it'd be such a shame to have what should be a special time ruined by some boring old work. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Anything on New Year's Eve? You said you were gonna message your mom?
Yeah, about that. It's looking like I probably won't get the day off.
What? Work again? But I thought you were supposed to be finishing up on the 28th.
That was the plan, but things have changed. Katie being off threw a huge spanner in the works. Best case scenario, I'm in till late evening. I can't guarantee I'll make it back in time for the celebrations.
I see. Does that mean we're not going over to your mom's anymore?
I hate to say it, but yeah, I told her we're not going to be able to make it this year. Sorry, babe. I could hardly expect you to go on your own.
I guess you're right. It might have been a little awkward with just me there. Don't get me wrong, I think your mom and dad are great. They're super kind, but I'm still kind of nervous around them.
Right? How about you go back and see your own folks for New Year's instead?
Wait, what? You mean we're gonna spend it apart?
What choice do we have, babe? Best case scenario, I get home late. Worst case scenario, I don't make it back till you're fast asleep. Wouldn't you rather be with your parents instead of waiting around for me on your own when I might not even make it in time? You'd be bored and lonely. I'd feel bad.
I could always do a big clean to keep myself occupied.
Nah, let's save that for my next day off. We could do it together. It'll be fun.
Your next day off? Yeah, right. You don't get days off anymore. Even when you're supposed to. The boss ends up calling you in.
That's cool. My next day off will be fine. Katie should be back by then, so they'll have everything covered without me.
Won't you be sad? I was so looking forward to us spending our first New Year's together.
Sure I will, but I'll still have a big smile on my face when I think about how we're going to spend the rest of our lives together. I'll never let you escape, babe. I hope you know that. You're mine forever.
I guess.
It's always next year. I'll make sure we definitely spend it at my folks' house then. And we'll celebrate with twice as much beer to make up for the lost time. It makes way more sense for you to spend it with your mom and dad this time around. You know, they'd love having you there. Besides, they're not going to be around forever, you know?
That applies to your parents too, Spencer.
Exactly! That's why we should make the most of the time we have with our folks while we can. So how about it, honey cheeks? Turn that frown upside down and go see your folks, okay?
Fine. I'll spend New Year's at my mom and dad's place then. I guess I may as well make the most of it and get my mom to teach me how to cook her famous roast.
That's the spirit. I've never tried your mom's roast, but I gotta admit, I start salivating every time I hear you talk about it. My mom's cooking, on the other hand, sucks. She always uses ready-made stuff.
But she buys quality, right? Is it really that different to making it from scratch?
You bet it is. You'll see when you try my mom's roast next year. I can't wait, babe. Next year's New Year is going to be a blast.
Hold your horses, sweetie. It's a little while away yet. Let me know if anything changes with work, okay? Who knows? Maybe there will be a miracle and we'll still be able to make it to your mom and dad's place in time. You know, to watch the countdown together.
Sure thing. You said it yourself though, babe. It's like a miracle. I'd love it if we could, but don't get your hopes up.
Spencer, you're late again today.
Are you still mad about Christmas Day? Come on, babe. I apologize for that already.
But you promised to make it home on time. Not only were you late, but you didn't even message me. Did they confiscate your phone at work now? I was so worried. I thought maybe you got into an accident or something.
I know it was wrong of me, babe. I'm sorry. I was so focused on trying to get everything done early, I lost track of time and forgot to check my phone.
So that's why you didn't reply to my messages?
Sorry.
As if that wasn't bad on its own. You didn't even eat any of the Christmas dinner I slaved for hours over a hot stove to cook. Do you have any idea how many weeks of preparation went into that?
I had no appetite because I was so tired. It was the middle of the night when I finally got back. Please, babe, can we just move past this already? I know I should have let you know, but even if I did, I had no choice but to stay late. Work is work, what can I do? To be honest, I'm kind of getting sick of you whining at me for stuff I have no control over.
What do you expect? Broken promises are a daily occurrence with you these days. I feel like I can hardly believe a word you say anymore. Looks like I'm gonna be doing this big New Year cleanup on my own.
What do you want me to do? God, you're such a pain in my backside lately. What happened to you? What do you want from me, woman? Should I tell my boss to stick it up his ass and lose my job? I'd have nothing but free time then. Is that what you want, huh? Is it? Speak to me like You speak to me like you're my freaking mom. I'm doing my best to put bread on the table and all you do is complain.
I have a job of my own, you know. It's not like I don't work hard myself. We both put bread on the table because we both work full-time. It's a team effort, or at least it's supposed to be. Sure, when things are hectic for one of us, the other should be there to offer support. I get that. But you've been leaving me to do all of the housework by myself for months now. You do know I do literally everything around the house, don't you? I know there's no way you haven't noticed.
I'm heckin' busy, Rose.
And once again, Spencer, so am I. Do you have any idea how jam-packed my schedule was from last month until just before Christmas? I crammed everything into the halftime. It normally takes me so me and you could spend the holiday season together.
Mine and your jobs are not the same, babe. I can't believe it even compare them.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a well-known fact that men work at least 10 times harder than women. What's the problem with you doing a little housework here and there if you have more free time than me? You said it yourself, it's supposed to be a team effort, but you seem dead set on making me play solo. Why am I even wasting my breath? You just don't get it.
Jesus, Spencer. Is there really any need to speak to me like that?
You're the one acting belligerent. Would it kill you to be there to support your husband while he's out working back-breaking hours to bring home the bacon? Would it, huh? Huh?
Please calm down. I want to be there to support you, but you only come home to sleep these days.
What the heck's wrong with that? Obviously, I'm going to spend less time at home when things are crazy at work.
I don't mind picking up the slack at home when you're busy with work, Spencer. That's not what upsets me. What upsets me is the fact that you don't even seem to care. You speak to me with such coldness and disdain, I feel like I barely recognize you anymore. What happened to the kind, loving man I married?
I'm right here, babe. It's me, your big girly teddy bear. I'm doing this because I care. I'm super grateful for you doing the housework. I thought that was obvious, but I guess I have to actually tell you. Jeez, I've almost been married a whole year now. I thought you'd understand me by now.
You never used to speak to me like dirt.
God damn it, here we go again with the victim bullshit. I can't take any more of this. Fine, I'm the bad guy and everything wrong with your life is my fault. Happy now?
That's not what I'm saying. Seriously, Spencer, what's going on with you? Did something happen?
Nope, I'm bound to run out of patience eventually when you constantly harp on at me about Christmas like this.
No, it's not just Christmas. Something about you changed before that.
No way, you're imagining it. God, no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that. To tell you the truth, babe, I'm hella stressed working all these hours. I let my emotions get the better of me.
You're bound to be stressed out working this much. You're only human. It's not healthy to overdo it like this. You haven't had a day off in months.
You're right. Sorry, babe, I'm calm now. Listen, I think I can book a day off early next year, so let's make some time to spend together then, okay? Let's just chill out together for a change.
That sounds great, sweetie. I think some relaxation time to shake off the stress of this year is just what we both need. I'll rustle you up some food to heal your worn-out body and mind.
Sorry I spoiled the atmosphere the day before you're going to see your folks.
It's fine, sweetie. You're right. I should have been more understanding. You're stressed and the last thing you needed was me on your case over things you can't help. I'm sorry, too.
I guess we both overstepped the mark a little, huh? What do you say? Should we make up? My shift tomorrow starts a little later than usual, so we can spend some time together in the morning while you get ready for work, and I can see you off. In fact, you know what? How about I drive you to the station?
Thanks. I'd really like that. If you want to relax at home before I work, I really don't mind taking the bus, though. Good luck with work. Spencer, I just got home. Where are you going?
Sorry, I went to my folks' place.
What?
My mom said I should come over for some food if I was on my own. You said yourself you might not be able to make it back tonight because of all the snow, right? I thought I may as well stay a while since I was going to drop by and say hi anyway.
I told you very clearly I'd be coming home early today.
Sure you did, but one man's early is another man's late. How was I supposed to know when you meant?
Forget it, it's fine. You'll be home soon if you're only staying for some food, right?
Listen, babe, the thing is, I can't make it home tonight.
Why not?
My mom said I have to stay over at her place. I'll be home tomorrow. Besides, I had a few beers, so I can't drive anymore. Sorry. I'll be home before noon tomorrow.
This is strange. Something doesn't quite add up. So you're telling me you're with your mom and dad at their house right now, even though your mom and dad are sleeping here tonight? Just whose house are you staying at tonight, Spencer?
What? My folks are staying at our place.
Yeah, your mom and dad are sat here with me right now, so I bought a bunch of food over.
Don't even joke about stuff like this. You know, I actually believed you for a sec there. As if my parents do that without telling me.
I'm telling the truth. They can see every message you sent me. They agreed not to tell you. The plan was to throw you a surprise party for when you got back.
Really?
Yes, really. Why else would I be saying it? Well, where are you? What are you doing? How about picking up the phone?
Well, you see, the thing is, I'm out drinking with my buddies right now. Sorry, babe.
So? Why does that mean you can't answer the phone?
Well, can you give me a few minutes?
Surely you can manage a quick phone call.
Sorry, listen, babe, but the thing is, I'm really drunk.
Why do you have to lie? I'd appreciate it if you told me the reason. Going out drinking with your buddies doesn't mean you have to stay the night. You could easily get a taxi.
I know, but I thought you'd be mad at me.
Where are you right now? Your dad says he'll come pick you up in the car.
No, that won't be necessary. I can make it home on my own.
How? You're too drunk to drive.
I'll get my buddy who doesn't drink to bring me. Just sit tight and wait for me to get back, okay? Won't be long.
No, we're going to do a video call, and you're gonna show me your surroundings right now. If you don't answer my next call, we're done. I'm done listening to your bullshit excuses. Your mom and dad can't wait to see you either. They say they want to hear what you have to say for yourself. There's something I need to talk to you about, Spencer.
Have you decided to forgive me?
No.
Please come home soon, baby. You know this has all been a huge misunderstanding, right? I only lied because I knew it might look bad, and I didn't want to make you think I was doing anything I shouldn't have been.
Which part am I misunderstanding? You were at your co-worker Katie's house. Were those rose petals on the bed in the background on the video call?
Sure I was, but it wasn't what it looked like, babe. I swear. How many times have I got to say it for you to believe me? Me and her were just friends. It's not what you think. She has a kid, for crying out loud.
Isn't she a single mom? I guess it wouldn't be weird if she was lonely. But I never imagined in a million years you and her would...
No, it's not like that. I swear on my life, I'm not cheating on you, baby. I love you and no one else. Katie told you herself, right? Her kid really likes me. He was begging me to stay and I would have felt bad leaving him, that's all.
No matter which way you look at it, it doesn't add up. Why would a married man be at his single co-worker's house on a New Year's Eve, drinking wine on a bed covered in rose petals in a candlelit room? You and Katie have been having it away behind my back, haven't you? Do you seriously think I can forgive you for this?
God, why does everything have to be sexual with you? Katie's a sensitive girl, so she likes to set the scene, so what? Surely you don't actually think I'd cheat on you with someone with a kid.
What does her having a kid having to do with anything? You wanted to screw her, so you screwed her.
No, I could never do that with someone with a kid. He's nearly 7 years old. Surely you don't actually think I'd want to play stepdad to some little brat I don't even know. Like I need that kind of hassle in my life. Besides, I have you. Why would I need anyone else?
But the plan was to divorce me and marry her, wasn't it?
No way. You're dead wrong. Not only does she come with the baggage of a 7-year-old kid, but just think about it, babe. Katie might be the same age as us, but she went through childbirth. That does things to your body, like I'd ever go for someone that saggy.
Wow. You're horrible. You made Katie cry.
Huh? Wait, what?
I'm with her right now.
No way, you're lying!
Have I ever lied to you? Your mom and dad really were in the house with me before, right? Was I lying then? This might be hard for you to believe, but some of us have morals. Unlike you, I don't lie every 5 seconds.
I'm sorry.
Does that mean you finally admit? Not that it makes any difference if you do. Katie already told me you two have been seeing each other for the last 6 months. Score! Now I have all the proof of the affair I need. We'll be discussing this through our lawyers from now on. The divorce, I mean.
Rose, I was never serious about Katie. It kind of just happened. She said she was struggling with some stuff at work. I felt bad for her, so I said she could talk to me if she wanted, but one thing led to another and we got carried away.
So that's why you cheated on me? You think that magically gets you off the hook? At least now, I finally know why you've been coming late from work all this time. You were over at her place.
I promise I'll never see her again. She no longer exists as far as I'm concerned.
Do whatever you want. We're getting a divorce. It's not my problem anymore.
Rose, please just wait. Can we talk things through? Please just give me a chance.